since it didn't work for him 90% of the time.
Wait, Kama Kozzy? You're here too?
Hell yeah, Christian! I'm doing just fine where I'm at, so BAM!
You can definitely kick your ass.
What'd you say?
Nothing, moving on.
But you said you could kick my ass, you see? But the thing is that I'm waiting for that moment. But until then, congrats on hitting 100,000, and I think, could there be a collab between us sometime soon? I wonder.
Whoa. Lois, this is not my Batman glass.
Batman glass? Wait, what? Hold on. Are you who I think you are?
Yes, Christian, it is I, Kama Kozzy. Remember when you said you could kick my ass at Sinfinity War? Now it's my turn to kick your ass at Sinning. So let's get started.
Really? You really think you can challenge me? Well, challenge accepted. What kind of stupid question is that?
Put that on the list of stupid questions WWE asks all the time because they think we're complete morons.
Well, I didn't really have a list for that, but you can go ahead and create one of your own. The fact that WWE is showing the greatest Royal Rumble, an event that shouldn't even be canon to the lineage of the Royal Rumble's tradition during this opening video package.
I've waited far too long for this opportunity.
It's only been 5 months since you competed for the Universal Championship. Finn Balor acts like he hasn't had a title match for that belt since 2016.
For the championship that I never lost.
That excuse would only work if you deserved a rematch after you were forced to vacate it. And just like I said, Finn already had his rematch when he took on Roman Reigns. Sure, he won a fatal 4-way match to get to this moment, but he's still using the championship that I never lost excuse. Terrible CGI graphics.
Don't forget the totally amazing CGI effects.
I just said they were terrible.
Well, some of them are, but not all of them. Like that one for Becky Lynch.
This may be the smallest stage in Royal Rumble history, but this is a baseball stadium, so it makes sense to have the wrestlers enter through the dugouts.
The single hottest superstar.
Does Corey Graves mean that figuratively or literally? Becky Lynch shows off the symbol of the 4 horsewomen for no reason other than to foreshadow the future that's so far away. Mask montage.
Rousey, who eliminated Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch.
Last I checked, Ronda Rousey only interfered in that TLC match last month. Not to mention the fact that there are no eliminations in a TLC match at all.
Asuka and Becky.
Opening lockup attempt failed. Instead, we're going to jump in the air and make a fool out of ourselves. Sound good? We can't even go through 10 minutes of this 5-hour event without showing what the #1 trend is. And after all these years, isn't it common sense that we know what's the #1 trend during an event like the Royal Rumble?
Absolutely
Will somebody please fix the frequency noise on the microphones? I might end up losing my hearing before any of the Royal Rumble matches begin.
Asuka absolutely fearless right now.
Becky shoves Asuka, starts up the fire for a fight, but instead of pushing back, punching back, or doing whatever back, Asuka just stands there and provokes a staring contest.
Are we sure Becky Lynch is okay? She spent most of this match daring Asuka to fight and less time fighting.
Fight me!
How about you fight her? Just a suggestion. This match is 17 minutes long, and I just found the reasons why.
Differently. Well, oh!
How did Becky not see Asuka coming when she was watching her while climbing the ring apron? There was absolutely no way she couldn't see that hip attack coming.
Also, the referee repeating the word no.
To the hamstring.
The way Asuka was flailing her legs like a baby who's kicking at his or her mother made me burst out laughing. Hey, when you can't find a cool move to use, you gotta do something. One sin off for the comedy.
Industry. But, whoa!
Oh, I get it. When Becky is not watching Asuka prior to the hip attack, she moves out of the way. But when she's looking at Asuka head on, she somehow doesn't see it coming. That logic is really dumb. Why would you turn your back on your opponent? Dokuhaku wa akuyako no saidai no jakuten desu.
You speak Japanese?
No, I just looked it up. Almost 2 minutes of either Asuka or Becky debating about whether or not they should connect and move off the apron to the floor.
Just got a hold of Becky Lynch! Oh!
What even was that? A suplex? A DDT? I think they're expecting me to be impressed no matter what it was just because it was off the apron to the floor. But guess what? I've seen way better than that.
Look how Asuka fights back no matter the position.
We're expecting her not to fight back depending on the position she's in. Who wouldn't be fighting back even despite balancing on the corner?
On her stomach! Disarm her!
Copyright infringement.
Lynch going for...
And again, you'd think this means we're even, and you were correct. They've both been sent for copyright infringement, so we're even. I gotta admit that Asuka bridging to increase more pain was brutal and a great way to end this opening match.
Removing another sin because this shot of Becky giving the "this is not over" look while Asuka is celebrating in the background was perfect. Loving this event so far. Let's hope it keeps up.
The Miz's Miz and Max shirt. I'm sorry, but none of this says The Miz, except for the obvious manipulation he's given Shane McMahon. Previously on WWE.
Believes and Miz believes.
I bet the reason Sheamus is surprised by the sudden attack by Shane is because he's too used to staring at his opponent upon the bell ringing, and Shane is having none of that crap, dude.
Now another cover.
Wrestling match begins with endless roll-ups cliche.
And Cesaro.
Cesaro tosses the Miz over the top rope and figures that's the perfect time to be celebrating. Does he believe he's in the Royal Rumble match or something?
One. Cover.
That looked more like Miz pushed Cesaro off him instead of Cesaro kicking out. I couldn't be the only one who caught that, right?
I saw it too. I know what you mean.
Aired for tonight.
Christian Maracle makes a Star Wars reference.
But I didn't even say anything.
Well, considering Cesaro never connected that kick, I just know you're about to make a reference to the Force.
No, I wasn't.
He seemed all in here tonight.
WWE doing everything in their power to make all-in references at their events, and yet they still tell their fans to remove shirts for a new company that has yet to even exist. References is fine, but merchandise apparently is not.
Sheamus with a cheap shot on Shane McMahon.
Sheamus is clearly blocking those punches, but still gets hit anyways. WWE logic is messed up at times.
I'm honestly surprised that Byron Saxton isn't throwing yet another temper tantrum about Miz stealing those kicks from Daniel Bryan, even despite Daniel's recent turn into a discount McJuggernuggets.
And now bashing Cesaro.
That's Sheamus, you moron!
Uh-oh.
I don't know what that was about, but you can't deny that was full of cringe. I've seen this happen in almost every Shane McMahon match, and I'm still supposed to be impressed. Replaying the same moment doesn't do that. Got your beard!
You can't just topple them in your first night as a team.
And yet the Bar lost to that 10-year-old at WrestleMania.
Wrestler accidentally takes out his own partner, which ultimately costs him the match and the titles cliche.
Huh? Usually you word that cliche differently.
It's got a couple meanings to it, but yeah, I usually word it differently. And once again, the Bar loses the tag team titles courtesy of a team created for comedic purposes only. First it was the Kid and Braun Strowman, and now it's Miz and Mac. 48,193. Yay! That's not really impressive, honestly, even for Chase Field. And I don't give a shit either.
I have never got one thing handed to me here.
And I've never been a successful champion either. 4 title reigns, 0 defenses.
Aren't you ever gonna shut up about that?
Only when Sasha Banks doesn't embarrass herself in a title reign. Maybe the 5th time will be the charm in the future.
I am the best in the world.
After that Crown Jewel event, I don't want to hear the words best in the world for at least another 10 years.
Okay, I don't know if I'm the only one who saw this, but Ronda Rousey's outfit looks like the White Ranger. My nerd side is giving this a sin off. There's more of them.
Wait, really? Just like that?
Yeah, like you do when your nerd side gives Killswitch Engage a sin off, which I would have done too.
The corner by the Raw Women's Champion.
Copyright
infringement? I've always wanted to say that.
Whoever said that Ronda can't wrestle obviously hasn't been paying attention to her matches, and is likely afraid to say that to her face, too.
So I'm going to show you that I can wrestle.
Sasha Banks is an idiot.
Advantage for Rousey.
Easily breakable LED post is easily breakable. Either that or Ronda has some of the strongest punches we've ever seen. I still believe it's the first thing.
Wow, an accolade from Graves.
Huh, I totally forgot that Renee Young was even on commentary here since she's been quiet from the start of the match.
Driven into the corner. Oh, and
Michael Cole's delayed reaction to Sasha's counter.
elbow. A running elbow.
Ronda couldn't decide whether she wanted to lock in a submission or pin Sasha before ultimately going for the latter.
No intimidation at all by Banks.
Couldn't Sasha have just given Ronda's arm the double knees without running on the ropes? Because from the looks of things, running on the ropes did absolutely nothing for the momentum into that move.
Rousey has tasted.
Even if you're not the villain, monologuing is still a weakness. And guess who loses in this scenario?
The referee is not acknowledging the fact that Sasha is illegally strangling Ronda Rousey. What an asshole.
Whenever Brock Lesnar has a Kimura lock in, everyone freaks out at the possibility of him breaking his opponent's arm. But when someone else does it, nobody bats an eyelash.
But outside the ring, though.
Ronda Rousey made the rookie mistake of actually believing you could win via submission outside in a non-false count anywhere match. I still can't believe she thought that she'd actually win there.
Banks is locked in.
What are you talking about, Renee? Nothing is locked in. Sasha is clearly struggling to lock in the bank statement.
Rousey has pinned Banks.
Well, so much for literally both these women guaranteeing a submission victory tonight, am I right? Do we have to do this right now? For the last time, the nice girl attitude doesn't match Ronda Rousey if she calls herself the baddest woman on the planet. Previously on the Royal Rumble. Becky Lynch is probably grateful for Rusev, because if Rusev never ran into Lana by accident, Becky would have never entered and won the Women's Royal Rumble match, and all her fans would be throwing temper tantrums to my amusement.
John Cena will not participate.
John Cena will not be participating due to suffering a bad case of never was going to be there in the first place disease. It's a very trendy illness in WWE whenever they lie about someone's appearance just to sell tickets out of desperation.
Even after seeing Finn Balor backstage, fans still believe that he would show up as the Demon King, not realizing that putting all that detailed body paint on takes several hours.
Every 90 seconds.
Let me stop you right there, because for whatever reason it takes freaking longer than 90 seconds for the next entrant to appear. Hell, sometimes it took 4 freaking minutes. I'm not even joking. It's those reasons why this match is only 4 minutes shorter than the 50-man Greatest Royal Rumble match.
On the SWAT team, I think if any woman can handle it, could be this one right here.
Renee believes that just because Lacey Evans was on the SWAT team that she can easily handle a 72-minute Royal Rumble match. Odds are still stacked against you at number 1, SWAT team or not.
We'll witness history.
Royal Rumble is really taking a long time to start Royal Rumbling.
Royal Rumbling?
Yeah, CinemaSins says that for certain parts of his movie sins. I'd figure you of all people would know that.
Whoa, taking shots at me now?
Hey, you took a shot at me at Sinfinity War when you said you could kick my ass.
Oh, come on, I was just joking. Or was I?
What'd you say?
Nothing, moving on.
Funny, you said the same thing last time.
Lacey Evans is taking freaking forever in between lines, making this promo feel like it lasts longer than the Rumble match itself. Who does she think she is, The Rock?
Got a great grappling.
Early on in the match, and Lacey has botched landing on her feet. Uh-oh.
Rumble match, what's the best strategy to consider?
And now Lacey botched a kip up too. Let's be sure to keep an eye on her all night.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Dude, I was talking about her botches.
Sure, I was talking about her boxes too. I mean, what?
And you tell me to get my mind out of the gutter?
Don't want to waste any energy.
Yay.
Come on, guys, Natalia's in a bad
not,
spot.
but I don't know.
Beth Phoenix is seemingly the only commentator who's actually paying attention to the action. Natalia grabs Lacey's leg and does absolutely nothing about it, just stands around and hopes that she gets countered. Liv Morgan thinks she's AJ Lee, or Paige, one or the other.
Working together to eliminate Natalya.
Doesn't look like Lacey and Mandy are trying to eliminate Natalya. They're just throwing her into the corner and not over the ropes.
What is it?
The hilarious way Corey Graves yelled, "Hey."
Bodies pile up yet again.
Whoa. Hey, Kama, do you mind continuing on with this for the next 20 minutes? I gotta, go to the bathroom.
Oh god, no. I know what you're really planning. You ain't ditching me.
She touches the floor.
Spin kick attempt failed.
Mandy Rose is in trouble. Counter.
What a devastating kick to the air.
If it came down to the two of them, they would jump out together.
I can't be the only one who actually wants to see Billie Kay and Peyton Royce be the final two in this match just so we can see them both jump out together, right? Right?
Oh, are you talking to me?
No, I usually say that to an invisible audience.
They put on the brakes.
Who's Billie Kay talking to? Little Jimmy?
He knows.
I suppose that qualifies as a pre-entrance assault considering neither Nikki Cross nor Billie Kay entered the ring yet. Billie made a big deal about not appearing in the ring until Peyton finally enters and goes against the word almost immediately. Then again, Peyton is literally next, so it wouldn't have made a difference. Peyton Royce botched the Samoan drop landing. Wasn't very iconic of her.
Really? That's the best you've got?
Give me a break. I've been doing over 400 episodes of this series. Eventually I start to lose my mind.
Oh, and Tamina.
Why would you throw Tamina through the ropes? That doesn't eliminate her.
Xia Li comes out looking like Ling Xiao Yu from Tekken? Sin off for that.
What is it with you and all these sin removers based on outfits?
You ever played Tekken?
No.
Exactly.
Oh! You hear that?
Actually, for the first time, I can finally say, no, I didn't hear that because it wasn't loud enough for anyone to hear. In case you somehow didn't see Xia Li's name appear on the screen at Titantron's when she entered the match literally 30 seconds ago.
Not a good spot.
Oh!
First, Lacey Evans botched landing on her feet, and now Xia Li botched it. I could give them a break because they're from NXT, but then I'd be showing favoritism, and I can't do that.
The Riot Squad seem tracked that they're going after Natalya.
The Riot Squad? For one thing, only Sarah Logan is in the match. Liv Morgan's already been eliminated, and Ruby Riott has yet to enter. So how is the Riot Squad going after Natalya at the same time in this match?
A grudge between those guys.
Guys? Beth, they're not guys.
Wait a minute. Ember Moon is hooking her feet on the bottom rope? I did that first at this year's Regal Rumble. Even though I'm flattered, still sinning it.
Iconics.
Premature celebration.
1992, Ric Flair entered at number 1.
Ric Flair entered at number 3 in the 1992 Royal Rumble match, Corey. It was the British Bulldog who entered at number 1 that year.
Maybe you could just do private Instagram stories.
Instagram stories are public, not private.
Kyrie Sane looking to make an impact.
Sarah Logan was watching Kairi Sane the whole time and...
Could have easily countered at any moment.
Okay, new rule, never interrupt my catchphrases, although I admire how big of a fan you are.
It's her destiny to headline WrestleMania.
Insert name of wrestler says it's their destiny to headline WrestleMania cliche.
Some good teamwork there. Oh!
If Kyrie actually thought that eliminating a wrestler with Natalya means they're friends, then she must be Kyrie insane.
Oh, so now it's okay for you to make puns?
Hey, it was better than not so iconic of Peyton Royce.
And an over the top.
While awaiting the arrival of Maria Kanellis, both Lacey and Charlotte just hang around and stare at each other, instead of, I don't know, trying to eliminate each other? What the hell is Lacey's problem? Preventing Charlotte from attacking an opponent just to continue their staring contest? No offense, but Lacey Evans is a moron. Double sin.
If Maria Kanellis' hair gets any redder, we might as well rename her Eva Marie.
Giddy up.
Skip!
Oh!
Come on, Christian, we gotta remove at least 2 sins for the athleticism and the way Naomi kicked Mandy Rose while balancing on her hands.
Yeah, that got me too. Go right ahead.
I don't trust that guy with the red beard.
I agree with you, Corey. I don't trust the guy who was actually the Double R Reister Ryan from the Losers Lounge podcast either. Guarantee he's up to something, even though he's sitting down.
Hey, wait a minute! Oh!
Elimination at the hands of an already eliminated participant is always a sin.
That was a show of...
And now we've got a post-elimination assault too.
Lacey Evans lasted over 30 minutes here.
Because 29 minutes is totally over the 30-minute mark.
Becoming a full-time Fortnite skin.
Fortnite is and always will be a sin. Do we have to bring it up all the time in WWE, which is 100% unrelated to that abomination of a fucked up video game? This works.
I wouldn't be celebrating yet, girls.
Beth Phoenix will be great at Cinema Sins 2 Expansion. Another line I've always wanted to say.
Renee, that
Maria stomps on Alicia Fox's hat, and the only thing that's most likely broken is her foot.
Alicia has a real deep...
Found another student who went to Kylo Ren's school. Students include Alexa Bliss, Bianca Belair, and now Alicia Fox. And this freakout is annoying the living hell out of me, so double sin.
Whoa!
I'd be amazed with the athleticism of Casey Catanzaro, but unfortunately that Hurricane Rana was botched, so it gets a sin. Sucks when that happens.
Will you remove a sin for that one?
Nope, not really.
Alright, I understand. I guess no sin will be removed.
Did you just...
Nope. Must have been another malfunction in your sin counter. That wasn't me. Okay, Zelina Vega dressing up as Vega from Street Fighter is by far the best thing in the Women's Rumble. Coming out with the claw and the mask is beyond badass. 5 sins off.
Okay, you know what? I know you removed a sin that last time, but you're not removing 5 on my watch. Damn it!
Jeez, I can't talk.
Renee Young must be a robotic because she just had a glitch in her system. Liv Morgan's I cannot believe I lasted only 8 seconds, the shortest of everyone in this match face.
Also, Ruby Riott is this next scheduled entrant, yet the cameraman is focusing on Liv instead. Wrong Riot Squad member, dumbass.
Why would you pull Charlotte under the bottom rope? Is it just to ensure that she will be in the match at the ending? Because that's always what happens whenever someone is pulled from under the ropes and incapacitated on the outside.
By going under the ring and remaining hidden on the outside, I guess we interrupt Royal Rumble 2019 to bring you WWE Evolution.
Thank God that Io Shirai hadn't entered the ring prior to hitting that moonsault, otherwise being on the top of the corner can also qualify as going over the top rope. But sadly, she barely grazed her targets. The Riot Squad needs to do better than that. Also, Liv Morgan never got hit by Io and fell just for the joy of falling down. Don't start twerking now.
Oh, you're kidding. She's still in it. No way.
Well, you don't get put on American Ninja Warrior for nothing. Here's another sin off for Casey's amazing save.
I feel like Sonya Deville has that future champ written all over her.
Don't jinx that, Renee. I'm afraid to ask what was really going on between Zelina Vega and Hornswoggle underneath the ring, honestly. Also, why is Zelina so afraid of Hornswoggle? And more importantly, why is Hornswoggle hell-bent on committing sexual assault?
And the moon was at the right angle with the sun.
Corey Graves has officially lost his mind.
Charlotte taking all the time in the world to give a powerbomb to Alexa Bliss, who is the freshest wrestler in the match, might I add. Alexa, I know you haven't been wrestling in a while, but you can't win a Royal Rumble match by pinfall.
Bounces back inside the ring.
Ruby Riott clearly prepared to throw herself out of the ring. I guess she was just tired and wanted a quick exit.
See, I told you Bayley was gonna win.
Bayley's not even close to winning, Renee. Also, no you didn't.
If Lana could barely walk to the ring in the first place, then why did she even bother to show up for the Rumble match? Even she knows that she can't win this match due to her condition.
Hey, wait on!
Pre-entrant assault to further confirm that Lana won't compete tonight.
In the Women's Royal Rumble match.
Royal Mum Rumble match. Is that supposed to be a women's rumble strictly for moms or something? Well, since Carmella was obviously internet number 30 for over a month, that's a sin. We'll probably say the same for R-Truth in part 2.
Wait, there's gonna be a part 2 to this?
Yeah, do you see how long we've already been going through? It's crazy when this sort of thing happens. Like when Crown Jewel had to be split into 4 parts. I wouldn't normally remove a sin for a wrestler taking another wrestler's place in the Royal Rumble match, but at least in this case, Becky Lynch has a reason to compete in place of Lana. Lana obviously can't compete, so it seems fair that the first person to take her spot due to an injury is granted it. If Rusev never accidentally injured Lana, Becky would have been fucked.
But the man is still in the fight.
Well, she had over 2 hours to rest up from her match with Asuka, so I'm not surprised Becky's ready to go again.
The weird and unusual way Nia Jax landed from that dropkick.
How is Ember holding on?
Ember Moon has one of her hands grasping the middle rope. That's how she's still holding on from Alexa's onslaught.
Probably not the most opportune time to moonwalk.
True, but let's also be thankful that Carmella didn't do a dance break as well.
Whoa.
Ha, you failed.
Caught up with Bailey.
Bailey had all the opportunities to eliminate Alexa Bliss, practically gift wrap for her, and yet she decides to throw Alexa into the corner instead. Always annoying when wrestlers do that in these matches. Once again, Nia Jax annoys the living hell out of me by merely threatening to break Becky Lynch's face. Isn't it ironic that Nia only succeeded in being the face breaker when she didn't hype it up beforehand? She might as well have a sign attached to her saying, "Not really gonna break your face."
Charlotte making the long climb to...
How about instead of grabbing Charlotte's foot, Carmella pushes Charlotte off the corner? That'd be a more successful way to eliminate her.
Charlotte Flair.
Woo. Also, copy... Oh, I thought you were gonna suddenly say it again over me.
Nah, I figured I'd give it to you this time.
Oh, alright. Thanks. Anyway, copyright
infringement!
Son of a bitch!
It's every woman for herself.
Damn it! We were so close to having a Royal Rumble match where the commentators didn't state the obvious fact about the match being every person for themselves. So close. So damn close.
Well, at least she didn't have to have a bonus round for that.
Stay out of it? Charlotte, Nia is part of the Rumble match too. And do you actually expect her to stay out of it all just because you told her to? That's not how this works.
WrestleMania season.
Another post-elimination assault. Here's another 5 sins removed for the determination of Becky Lynch to continue competing in this match despite being put in the same position Lana was in, determined to keep going despite the injury, which leads to her great victory. I'm surprised Charlotte waited as long as she did instead of immediately attacking Becky. Or even when Becky was on the outside, I'm surprised Charlotte didn't throw her back in just so she could try to throw her out.
Set over the top. Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair.
Throughout the match, it was next to impossible to throw out Charlotte, but apparently, all the other wrestlers had to do was clothesline her so that she would slowly slip out.
Whew, I'm exhausted. How are you feeling?
Pretty tired. Can we take a break?
No problem. We have culminated part 1 anyway. You in for part 2?
Definitely. See you there, Christian.